guys, I'm excited. I just got something in which, on paper at least, looks really cool. I'm a gadget geek. I think probably a good percentage of you are as well if you're watching my stuff. It's a heads-up display for your motorcycle helmets. Think of it as one of the CarPlay or Android Auto dash units, but in a little eye display, kind of like Google Glass. I have no experience with it. I've got it on loan in from the company for review. Today I'm doing an unboxing. We're going to run through its features. This is going to take me some time to actually review properly, so this isn't going to be a one and done video. I'll have at least a couple on it. Let's go ahead and take a look. So there are two types of people that are going to be watching this video. There's going to be a handful of you that want to know all the details because you're thinking about buying one. I got you covered. If you watch my stuff, you know I'm thorough. For everybody else, and I think that's probably going to be like 99% of you, you're here strictly for curiosity. And the reason I know there's going to be that split is because this is a $550 toy. It's a French company. There's one thing you do need to be aware of, though, if you are thinking about purchasing, and that's they only have a 2-week return period. So as soon as you get it, unbox it, throw it on, start using it. To get your money back, if for whatever reason you're not happy, you can do so within that first 2 weeks. But other than that, you're SOL. This is a non-affiliate kind of review. This is simply me wanting to check it out and see something cool. We should have a remote in here and the unit in here. Let's pull this guy out first. I'm also assuming it's going to need to be charged up. Come on now. There we go. Got a little instruction book. Check that out. Self-adhesive sticker. Oh, what is this? It's actually like a tactile D-pad. That's cool. It does have quite a bit of rubber movement and a little bit of a click. However, that button feels different than these. This minus button is missing the tactile click. It's like the dome has been squished underneath it. This is defective. I don't know if it still works or not, but here, I'll put it close to the mic here so you can hear. These are the 3 buttons. And then this minus button. See, it's like it's broken. Middle one's a little squishy too, but we'll check it out. If it still works, that's okay, but man, it's getting weaker just pushing it there. I'll contact them, get another one of these. This is definitely supposed to be the same as these 3. Anyway, the whole thing is covered in squishy rubber. I don't know if this is directional or just a play pause button. That's kind of what the symbol there looks like. I would imagine it's just a button because it doesn't really move like a nub. It doesn't have a tilt, but I don't know why they would make it stick up and actually feel like a nub. Maybe it's just for finding it when you're not looking with your thumb. That would kind of make sense. Okay, that's all there is to that. This is probably just how to pair it and how to use the features. And yep, that looks like all it is. Is it all in French? Where's English? French, 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 English. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it's using short presses, long presses, and it's not a nub. Okay, cool. Let's check out the main unit. It is an OLED. Kind of reminds me of the early VR days. Now, I never had Google Glass. I do have a friend that was heavy into it, and oops, sorry. He had all of them, and I think he was probably one of the last ones using it, even when Google wanted him to stop because they were killing the program. So here we have the EyeRide itself. Just a display card there. Nice dense foam, very good packing. Got some kind of rubber strap on the back side of something there. Let's take a look at this stuff first. What is this? Kind of looks like, it's heavy, whatever it is. It kind of looks like a Bang & Olufsen control dial. Got a USB-C port. Looks like some kind of 3.5 mil port for something.
Got a down indicator, 3M very high bond tape. It's a metal base, plastic outer ring and top, and it is a depressible button. I don't know if it's touchpad or if we've got some kind of directivity. It looks like this lights up, but I don't know what it looks like. It almost looks like a Google smart speaker of some sort. Maybe it's just a combination battery and control. Maybe you put it on the side of your helmet. If you put it on your helmet, man, this thing's big and heavy. But this is the actual unit itself. Now they say this works on all types of helmets, and I've got 2 different types of helmets we'll try it on. I've got a full face and a 3/4. They also say it works with eyeglasses. I'll test that with my sunglasses. And they say it works with pop-down internal visors, which I also have. So we'll be able to run through this whole thing. Got a little ball joint here for positioning the actual unit. I would imagine this floats in front of your eye at the appropriate position. I'll try to get a cool camera angle and actually show you on the road what it looks like. I did look up a couple other reviews that they had linked to it, and I couldn't find anything like that. It was all animations and illustrations and stuff like that, or just cameras on the bars pointing back at a guy talking. Wow, that's really helpful. But we'll see what we can do. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to gauge here how it actually mounts or what it mounts to. This does rotate and position. It looks like, man, I can't even picture where it goes. I'm trying to see, does this go in the side of the cheek pad and this drops down, but that doesn't rotate enough. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Oh, sorry about the little yucky looking thumb there. Cooking mishap. That's what you get with really good knife sharpening skills and really poor knife handling skills. Okay, that's interesting. I am concerned about that weight though. This thing is chunky. I mean, this weighs probably twice as much as my DJI Action Cam. Let me put it that way. I mean, it just feels like a brick. But at least if it goes on the helmet, you can put it towards the back. Hopefully, if there's enough room, or at least on the side. Certainly wouldn't want this anywhere near the front, tipping your chin down. The camera is enough weight, believe me. All right, so that's it for that. What else is in the box here? Hopefully a whole bunch of instructions. Ah, yes. I forgot that it said something about it has an audio component. I don't know yet if this has any kind of Bluetooth connectivity to go to a comms, because that would be a big drawback if you have to use this instead of your comms speakers. Obviously, you can only have one set of speakers in a helmet at a time, but I'm pretty sure they would have thought of that, because nobody's going to give up comms for just a CarPlay unit. But we shall see. Looking at the units themselves, now maybe you don't want comms. For me personally, I'm going to have to think about it. If these sound really good, I would be tempted just to run these in there, assuming they have some kind of connectivity to, you know, the rest of the system and whatnot. Because I hardly ever use comms anymore. I just don't do that many group rides, and when I do, I don't even always use comms. So, and my wife doesn't ride with me anymore. So, and even when we do, comms were, again, hardly ever used. So that's not a huge deal, but a lot of people do use comms, and that would be something important. These are really good size drivers as far as diameter goes. I love the construction. They've got this sewn in material instead of hard plastic, so there's some pliability. It'd be much easier to get these into some helmets. I know I had to modify mine to get in my HD, what are they? Can't even remember the brand. Sena. My HD Sena speakers, which are about the same size, but all hard plastic. And these do appear to be a little thinner as well as far as the unit itself. I already have Velcro in mine, so I wouldn't need this. So you'd be looking at about this thinness for the speaker, which is very good. I like that. And then we have a couple different, I was going to say a couple different mic options, maybe just the one. This doesn't look like it's detachable at all, but this looks like the standard type of directional boom mic, same as you've seen from Sena or Cardo for the last 15 years. Oh, it's chunky. It is beefy. I'll have to try it out. I'm happy enough with the current generation of Sena mics, but they're nothing special. They do have very good wind resistance and all that, and this is directional in the same way. It is much larger. It's about twice the thickness. But with the dead cat on, well, it's technically not a dead cat, foam windsock, we'll say, it looks about the same. So hopefully I can give a good test of that. Well, I know I can in my second helmet. I'll just pop out my old Sena unit that my wife never uses. Cool, cool. Let's see what else we have in here. We've got a USB-C to A port for charging, just power there. A whole bunch of extra 3M tape, and there we go. Some pairing instructions there. That gives me good hope. Might just be for the phone though. Like I said, I'm gonna have to run through all of this, get used to it. Got it for a while. Let's see, audio kit. All right, so that's all that's in there. So that's your unboxing. On, off, voice control, obviously through your phone for Siri or whatever the Android is called. What is that called? I haven't had an Android phone in a long time. Certainly didn't have voice control back when I did. CarPlay, Bluetooth. I will charge it up and go from there.
Just a quick note here while I'm editing. I reached out to the company about the problem with the remote. They very quickly sent me a replacement, had me do a quick little diagnostic. The cover is actually just a little silicone sleeve. Underneath is just a generic Bluetooth control button, and that's what's actually faulty. I can see the little blue light, so it has contact. It's working for now, so I can continue with the review until the new one gets here, and I'll just swap it out.
Anyway, this is our first look. I'm excited. It does look cool. Can't wait to see what it actually looks like on the road. And I'm gonna have fun trying to get you guys some cool camera angles. Stay tuned, a lot more coming.